I don't care if busting makes you feel good. Welcome to Black and Black Times Infinity. I'm your interim host, the oldest ninja in the world, Old Ninja, and on my far left, your boy Blue.
Skippy dibbity Riz, cuz, or I can't remember how it goes. What the kids are saying nowadays.
Oh my God, Skippy
Skippity
Top.
Riz, Skippity Riz, toilet seat or something like that.
Uh, what? Okay. And then on my, I guess immediate left, choking people out and spitting the ones and twos is Kronos.
Keep fucking around, and I'll put a tariff on you too.
Damn, damn.
Hey,
We
for
back in
everybody.
Yeah.
business.
Sorry, we're late.
Well,
I had very bad technical difficulties. So yeah. Oops.
Hey, we
tentacles.
here though.
What?
Yeah.
We showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're here. We're here for your weekly dakeness. I know some of y'all be getting upset,
Get
but
that.
sometimes stuff happens. Just nobody
Give
knew.
me that.
But we in
That's
this
that
week.
dank shit.
Prodigy's, I guess, running from food to law enforcement.
He's
Mm-hmm.
running backwards into him.
Yeah, or something. He's doing something.
um.
Something's out there, but he out there running, so he can't be here tonight. But we here.
Yeah.
Stitch is also out there doing what
Saving the
he's got to
city.
do, saving the city, brooding on some gargoyle somewhere. But we up in here. Cronus, you got us some statistics this week.
That I
So,
do. Nobody's in the chat so far because we're more than CP time late. But listener of the week, I can't read your name because it's in Arabic, and I can't read Arabic despite my actual first name.
wow, is it
Well,
is there
who's
a Oh, is there possible it can be translated? Do Google Translate
Uh,
or SoundCloud? Yes, no.
Maybe, but that's asking me to do a lot.
Uh, Figure, can't you just copy and paste?
Yeah, but
No,
I'm like talking
well
and stuff.
maybe.
Like, what?
Okay, I mean it's fine.
I mean,
It's
here,
fine.
I'll try and figure it out just for the sake of
Uh,
curiosity.
s- all right, and then I guess going on some RIPs. We had some RIPs this week. I don't know if y'all talked about George Foreman last week. I didn't get a chance to listen to the
Okay, well,
cast last week.
the person's name is Travi. So there you
Okay,
go.
shout out.
And
Thank
it
you for
was
nah?
listening
and it
from
was in
wherever you
Arabic.
is.
I was correct. It was Arabic.
There you go. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually like in the U.S. somewhere. I mean,
No,
even though SoundCloud is worldwide, but still,
Dude, we're worldwide.
we are.
this is very
Right.
true.
But it's you.
Did y'all
Japan,
talk about
China.
Did y'all talk about George Foreman last week or no?
Well, no, we did not.
No.
Okay, so then I'll start off with him because we didn't talk about it last week because I wasn't here. We'll talk about our dearly departed, pouring out some Mickeys for George Foreman, heavyweight boxing legend George Foreman, also known as Big George. He's made all kinds of accolades, including winning Olympic gold in 1968 at the age of 19 and claiming the world heavyweight title twice, 21 years apart. The second time making
Damn.
him the oldest champion in history at age 45. Uh, he lost that title. He lost his first title to Muhammad Ali in the famous Rumble in the Jungle fight back in 1974. Possibly one of the most famous boxing matches of all time. Uh, don't say this to me. People argue about this to this day. Maybe it is. I know it's funny because people that weren't even alive then are still arguing about this fight. So there you go.
Tyson
Incidentally,
versus Jay Paul was the best fight of all time. I'm
sure.
just shit. I'm just kidding.
Incidentally, after his loss to Ali, he became an ordained minister and started preaching in Houston, Texas area. But overall, he boasted an astonishing total of 76 wins, including 68 knockouts, which was almost double that of Ali. He retired after the fight, but then came out of retirement in 1987 to raise money for a youth center he founded. Uh, he won 24 matches before losing to Evander Holyfield after 12 rounds in 1991. In 1994, Foreman knocked out an undefeated Michael Moorer to become the oldest ever heavyweight champion at age 45. He retired again in 1997, but not before he agreed to put his name on a best-selling grill, a decision that would bring him more money than that dwarfed his boxing ring. In 1994, George Foreman launched the George Foreman Grill. It became a huge success with the catchphrase "the lean, mean grilling machine." In 2022, Foreman completed. Uh, he was in the Mass Singer. He was in the eighth season as the Venus Flytrap. He was also limited. He was eliminated on Hall of Fame night alongside George Clinton, who was the Gopher that night. Uh, He also served as an executive producer on the film Big George Foreman, a 2023 Christian film based on his sporting and spiritual life. He has 12 children. Out of the 12, 5 of them are sons, and all of his sons are named George.
12 kids. I'm sorry, but
Yes.
Nani.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
a
he has
lot.
12 kids. Yeah, he has 12 kids, 5 sons, and all of his sons are named George. He died in Houston, where he preached at the age of 76.
I used to have.
Yeah.
I had a George Foreman grill back in
I have one too.
my studio life, and
Yeah.
I actually just gave it away recently, like probably like last month. I gave it to somebody, but yeah, I think it did its job. I mean, sometimes the meat be a little bit on the dry side, but you know,
Because it takes
still
all the
cooked
goddamn it takes all the moisture out. That's why.
it takes all that grease and fat out.
Yeah.
But making
Dang.
burgers, hot dogs, like grilling chicken, it did a pretty good job.
Yeah. So next up, we have Richard Chamberlain. Born George Richard Chamberlain, he was an actor who was in the original TV series of Shogun in the 80s, and the popular at the time the TV show The Thornbirds, which was also a TV series based off the book. He went on to star in the Musketeer trilogy. There was a trilogy of Musketeer films in the late 70s and 80s. He also starred in the 2 Alan Quartermain movies, King Solomon's Mines and The Lost City of Gold, which are basically Indiana Jones films. But however, Alan Quartermain is based off a book from 1885. So yeah, he's also the first actor to portray Jason Bourne in the TV series The Bourne Identity. He also appears in the other novel-to-film movies such as The Towering Inferno from the 1975. 1975 is The Court of Monte Cristo. 1977 is The Man in the Iron Mask. He also performed on Broadway, including the original run of Breakfast at Tiffany's. In more recent projects, he was in Desperate Housewives, Monty Python's Spamalot, Leverage, and Twin Peaks: The Return. He's won 3 Golden Globes. He's nominated for 4 Primetime Emmys, but he's never won. He is inducted into the Television Hall of Fame for acting. In 1989, he was outed as a gay man by a French magazine, but did not confirm this until his 2003 memoir. He also served in the U.S. Army in the 1950s, and he made the rank of sergeant. He died after complications of a stroke at the age of 90 in Hawaii. There you go. So
Right.
most of the kids out there probably don't know much about it. And then last but not least, this is hot off the press with Val Kilmer. So he's an American actor who I personally view as an absolute legend. He was known as a leading man, and his first movie was a criminally underwatched
He was
comedy,
known
The
as a
Top
lady
Secret.
man. He was known as a lady man.
Leading man.
Leading man.
And a
Gotcha.
ladies man.
Oh.
Yeah, he had a lot of famous girlfriends, including Cher. So yeah, his
I have a lot of
first
famous
film.
girlfriends, just they don't know about it yet,
God dang.
or at all.
His first comedy film, or his first film, was a comedy film, Top Secret, which was a Zucker Brothers film. They're famous for the Kentucky Fried Movie, the Airplane movies, the original Naked Gun movies, and its upcoming reboot. He followed up the following year with the movie I also hold in high regard, Real Genius. Then after that was Top Gun opposite Tom Cruise. They had Ron Howard, George Lucas production Willow as My Bardigan. He plays Jim Morrison in Oliver Stone's The Doors, the infamous role of Doc Holliday in Tombstone. By the way, I know you guys are going to start groaning, but I've never seen Tombstone.
What the fuck?
I know it's like,
Me neither.
yeah, see, I've never seen
Neither
Tombstone.
one of you guys. So if I say
Yeah,
I'll be
I
a,
don't
Oh.
so
I'm a
the
big fan of
words
westerns.
the words up at your Huckleberry is like not even.
Yeah,
nothing.
so here's the thing. I'm not a big fan of fucking westerns, but I've seen a handful of them. I'm just usually not into it, but I understand the importance of Tombstone because Tombstone is based off of real historical events.
It's
Even
one
though
of
it's a fictional, I know it's a historical movie or based on historical events, but even though it's a fictionalized version of it, I understand it's like a guy's movie. It's like up there with like Die Hard, but I still just never got around. It's on Hulu, so I'm probably gonna watch it tonight.
it's one of the best Western movies out there, especially modern Western movies. Like it's really good. It's worth watching even if you don't like Westerns.
Yeah,
The cast of characters are really good. You know, the Val Kilmer and what was the other guy's name?
There's a shit. fucking
Kurt
what's his
Kurt
name?
Russell's in it.
Russell's in
Yeah,
it.
Russell's in it.
fantastic
There's a shit ton of
performances.
movie in it.
Yeah, just
There's a shit ton of movie. I understand. I know people that swear they literally have watched this movie for a month every week. Like that's how good this movie is. Even though I don't think it won an Oscar, but like for a lot of guys out there, this is the Oscar-worthy movie, and I get it. I just haven't seen it. I'm probably gonna watch this shit tonight. Anyway, after Tombstone, he took over for Michael Keaton as Batman, Bruce Wayne, in Batman Forever. Despite what you may think, if you're around in the '90s when this came out, this movie was a huge fucking hit, and so was the fucking soundtrack of the film. Even the soundtrack itself has like a mini documentary.
But that
even
still,
though
isn't still one of the
was
singers.
it was a hit, but it was still controversial with like the was. Oh no, I'm
was
thinking of
controversial.
what was the one with the bat nipples? That was George
Yeah, that was
Clooney. I
that
think.
was George
No,
Clooney.
that's
Yeah.
Batman and Robin. This one
This
had
one
This one's like a rave.
This one introduced Robin and
Yeah.
and
this one introduced
Batgirl.
Robin, and no, there's no Batgirl in this one. This one introduced
no.
Robin and Two-Face and the Riddler by Jim
We
Carrey.
got
Yeah.
Michelle
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Nicole Kidman.
Oh, Nicole
Kidman.
Kidman. Yeah.
Yeah, Nicole Kidman in there. We got Jim Carrey as a Riddler.
If I remember correctly, she plays Vicky Vale, who was not in the comics until after this film. I don't know if that's exactly accurate, but she's definitely part of Batman lore now.
I don't know.
If she wasn't, yeah. See, Blue,
that-
you should know. You're a Batman purist.
I think so. It's the same thing with Harley Quinn, right? Because she wasn't in the
Harley
comics
Quinn.
until the animated
And
Yeah,
series.
she was in the animated series before she was even in the comics.
Fun
And then
facts.
there's also Livewire for Superman. She was animated first, and then now she's live action. So
I know
Fun fact.
Nicole Kidman didn't play Vicky Vale. She played Dr. Chase.
Chase Meridian.
She played a
Yeah.
doctor. Yeah.
Yeah, she plays Chase Meridian. That's right. I forgot because she had a real name. That's right.
Yeah.
But
Vicky
yeah.
Vale was played by
Nicole Kim Basinger. My bad.
yeah.
I got my Batman movies mixed up. But yeah, you're right. Oh, see, Batman purist as we speak. Anyway.
I'm also looking at Wiki.
Oh, but also Val Kilmer starred in True Romance, Heat, The Prince of
True
Egypt,
Romance is
the
good.
animated film, Alexander, which I didn't even know he was fucking in because I didn't recognize him in. That's the movie where Rosario Dawson gets butt ass naked. Just saying. He's in Kiss Kiss Bang 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 with Robert Downey Jr., Deja Vu with Denzel Washington, and also Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick. And Top Gun, he's opposite Tom Cruise, was already said, but Top Gun Maverick was his last movie credit. He has a memoir called I'm Your Huckleberry and a documentary called Val. In 2014, Val Kilmer was forced to cancel a show after losing his voice. He noticed there was a lump in his throat, but he didn't seek medical care until he started vomiting blood. In 2015, a year later, or actually a few months later, Kilmer was hospitalized which his representative said was for tests for a possible tumor. He repeatedly denied he had cancer until 2017, which the Hollywood Reporter revealed that he had endured a 2-year battle with throat cancer, and that he had a procedure in his trachea which reduces voice to a rasp or a whisper, and he had short breath. So, in order to speak, Kilmer had to have an electric voice box to his trachea. And there was rumors that he was going to get an AI voice, kind of like what they did with Roger Ebert, but apparently they didn't use it because it would have been in Top Gun Maverick, which he did not use. He used text in that film. So he died of pneumonia April 1st, which was yesterday, at the age of 65. So RIP to him. So this man has a huge list of fucking acting credits. Like, I didn't even list all of his shit. I just missed some of the big shit, but there's even bigger shit. Like, another movie that I really liked was Out of Sight, where he played a fictionalized version of real events where a man who got his sight back after they replaced his eyes with someone else's eyes. That movie stars also Mira Sorvino, who I really like.
Did he replace it with Will Smith's eyes? Like in
what?
7 Pound?
That's a sad ass
I've
movie,
never-
bro.
That is
I've
a
never
very
seen-
sad movie.
Well,
I've never seen Seven.
if you need
Oh yeah,
if you need to
I
cry,
haven't seen Seven.
okay, I was gonna say if you need to cry, just go watch that movie.
I've seen that movie. I've never
fucked
seen
up.
the other one, the one where he was in bar bathrooms. Pursuit of Happiness. I've never seen that one.
That was pretty good, too.
I saw that one. Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
seen 7 Pounds. So, but yeah. But to Kilmer was he was the man for me. He's definitely up there, an icon, and it's sad to see that he passed. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Kind of jumping back to the Vicky Vale thing. So I'm sorry to say this, Ninja, but that what you said was incorrect. Vicky Vale first appeared in Batman number 49 in 1948.
There you go.
So it was way before that. So it wasn't Vicky Vale.
Yeah. So like I said,
forgot.
I wasn't sure because
Yeah.
like she's one of those like obscure characters because they brought her in for the actual '89 movie.
Yeah, she was modeled after a woman named Vicky Vale, but also took on characteristics of Marilyn Monroe in the comics, which makes sense. I'm looking at her now, like, yeah,
That makes a lot of sense.
Vicky Vale,
All right.
Batman, the Prince song.
It's
Yeah.
a great, that's a great soundtrack. So
Yeah. I have both of them. I actually have the soundtrack to Batman and Batman Forever because Batman Forever had a really good fucking soundtrack because that had like a huge list of different genre-defining fucking songs. Like obviously Sill's "Kiss from a Rose," which was like #1. I didn't give a shit about U2 until I listened to a song called "Hold Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me," "Hold Me, Kiss Me, Thrill Me, Kill Me," and I instantly became a U2 fan right after that fucking song. It's on that soundtrack. But also like I think
so Kiss from a
Unchained
Rose?
Symphony.
Kiss
Yeah,
from a Rose, that was
that's on
Wait,
there.
who?
There's shit tons. PJ Harvey.
What
I didn't give a shit about her until I heard her on that soundtrack. Like there's a lot of good fucking tracks.
was it? YouTube or U2 or was it Metallica that killed Napster?
Metallica. It was
Metallica.
Lars Ulrich in particular.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
That came out today. Napster. They were talking about like stuff that you don't see anymore. That's like gone, and Napster was on that list. And I was like, oh, dude, I remember Napster. Like that was like the shit for downloading content.
Yeah, it's Napster, and then it was LimeWire, then it was
Yeah.
like torrents. So,
Morpheus.
yeah,
Yeah.
all those things that gave you computer
aids.
aids.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then there was the torrenting stuff like fucking Pirate Bay. I heard that guy who started Pirate Bay like died in a crash like recently.
I thought they were in jail, but I could be wrong.
Maybe. Yeah, you never know this day. Apparently everyone's going to jail. So there you go.
Yeah, especially if you say the wrong things when you're in college and you don't have a full legal status here, or maybe sometimes even if you do, they just throw your ass in some other country's jail. Yeah, like that's illegal. It's fucking weird. I don't want to talk about that right now though. So,
all right. What do we do? What do we want?
I do want to talk about Nintendo Direct because that's probably like the biggest thing that happened today. Yeah. And I don't think you guys like watched it at all, but
nope.
It's been pretty amazing. Nintendo Direct. Their big focus was Switch 2. So just right off the bat, so I can get it out of the way, the Switch 2 is going to cost $450 for just the Switch 2, and you can get it bundled with Mario Kart World for $500. And there's already some controversy because apparently the digital version of Mario Kart World is $80, and people are mad about it. But I'm like, yo, we've been very fortunate to have the price of games stay relatively the same for like 3 decades. Yeah. Like if you go back to like back in the day when we were kids, like some of these games cost like $70, $80.
Yeah.
So like back then that was basically $1 million, just so you guys know. But yeah, so I'm not surprised that they're upping the cost of games right now. The hardware looks did you guys watch this at all?
Nope.
So I didn't even know it was on.
Yeah.
I thought it was an April Fool's joke.
No, it came on like 6 in the morning, I think, our time. But Mario Kart World was like the first thing that they announced, and it's an open world Mario Kart game. So it's pretty cool.
So
like
weird.
they were showing
like what's that one?
Burnout Paradise? Yeah. That's what reminded me of too.
Oh, I love that fucking
Yeah, that game is dope. You know why the game is dope? Because right when you start the car, you get a trophy. Yeah, I'm just like, they know what we want. You know we're here.
yeah.
So yeah, Mario Kart World is it's open world, and you can do things where basically you go like track. You can just keep going through tracks. Like you have this thing where you just like you do 4 tracks in a row, but it's like literally like all in a row. And they have this other mode that's like called Knockout, where if it goes from like there's 24 racers on the maps now instead of I think before it was like 16, and so it'll say like
8.
Yeah.
8 to 12. Yeah.
Like the first checkpoint will be like 20 players. The second checkpoint will be 18 players. So like it'll just knock out whoever's in like the bottom until whoever's left. So I thought that was pretty neat. And there's a bunch of other like the whole open world thing, and they also announced the game chat, which is kind of a long time coming, because Nintendo's multiplayer has been notoriously really shitty. Yeah,
Extra shitty.
but this new version honestly has some really cool features. You press like one button, it's the C button, and it pulls up like game chat. And the cool thing about it is that you can have people that are not even playing your game in your game chat, and at the bottom of the screen you can see like 4 different players, whatever they're playing, at the bottom of the screen.
So,
And if you want
so
to, you
it's
can,
like,
huh?
I'm sorry, it's like party chat from PlayStation to Xbox.
Yeah, but it seemed like way more like well integrated because you can like literally just like pause your game and like click on one of your friends and pull up their screen and see like what they're playing.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I thought
Okay.
that was pretty dope. And then they have the new Nintendo camera, which which would be good for streaming and stuff. And also, so you can see each other, on the screen as you guys are all streaming. And they have this other thing that I've never heard of before called Game Share, where if you have one person can have like, say, if I have Mario Kart, but none of you guys have Mario Kart, I can basically share it all with you guys if we're on the local area network and are on the same Wi-Fi or whatever, and we can all play together, sharing my one game.
Well, hold on. Isn't there a sharing feature for both PlayStation and Xbox? Like I know on Xbox, if you download a game, you can share the game with one other person.
Yeah, but this one,
I actually do it right now.
yeah, you can do it. But it's like it's way more limited. And this one, they were like they all got in, and they were just like, "Hey, you guys want to play Mario Kart?" And like 4 players could play it like once, like through the same game. And I was like, "That's pretty dope." Yeah, and you could do the same thing with like older Switches too. So if you all have like older Switch games and you're playing your Switch 2, you can all game share through the Switch. You can say if you have like a game that's compatible with the old Switch, you can put it in your Switch 2 and then game share it out to the other Switch users.
So is this locally only?
Yeah, look, it's only on if you're on the same Wi-Fi. And all the games are backwards compatible, so it's the same format for the cartridges, but the Switch 2's cartridges are going to be red instead of gray or black. So, yeah, and it comes with 256 gigs, which is a big upgrade from the old one. Because the other one was like 32.
Yeah, dang.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice. And I have a Switch, so there. But I gotta say, Brandon in the chat brings up a very, very good fucking point. Talking about Nintendo had to think about the cost of the tariffs when they did they add that to the price of the system and its accessories, or is that like
no, I don't think that's added in yet because so when they do the cost, it's added through like the importer. So whoever's importing it, it's their decision to pass the cost on to the consumer because people don't really understand, including the president, how tariffs work. So yeah, it's whoever imports those goods, they have to pay the tariff, and it's up to the importer to decide like how they want to deal with that extra added cost. Usually, it's passing on to the consumer. So
yeah, so we're looking at maybe $600 Switch 2s, maybe.
Maybe I'm still buying it. So
yeah I mean, it's
So
fine.
I was trying to do some research to find out what was the original price of the Super Mario Brothers 1, like the original game for the NES when it came out, and I was able to find the price for Super Mario Brothers 3, which came out in 1993. But for the one, I'm saying I think it was like about $50 for the game, but for 1985 money, at $49.99 for the price of the game, it's like $151 our time.
Yeah.
So that's how much a game pretty much was back in the day. So the fact that prices have remained steady over decades is pretty impressive.
Just think about gas prices. Think about gas prices.
Yeah.
Like that shit back in like 1985, that shit was like $1. Now in California, that it's around like it's over $4, like around $4.50.
Yeah. It's insane, but
so yeah. So stop bitching. It's gonna happen. It sucks, but we've been living in a really privileged time when it comes to games are super cheap. Oh, thank you very much, Mile High Blurred. Did a super chat. Thank you again.
I know.
The sound didn't go off though. Maybe it will eventually. I don't know.
Okay.
what other
I think
things were announced are? But
well, I was gonna say, well, I think what people want to know what's up. Did they show fucking Metroid fucking 4?
So they already showed Metroid a couple days ago. So let me get back. Sorry, about the hardware. Real quick, it's got a larger screen. So the old one was like 6.4 inches. This one's 7.9 inches, It's 1080p on the handheld side, which is way better than 720p. It's got HDR. It's got magnetic Joy-Cons this time instead of like the weird slidey clicky things.
Slide in.
Yeah, which I didn't like because they were like plastic. You can use the controller as a mouse, which is kind of neat. So they're showing like some things about that. Got better speakers, built-in mic, 3D audio for headphones, a better stand. It has 2 USB ports, one on the top, one on the bottom, which is great because before it was kind of annoying. Because sometimes you want to charge it from the top and not the bottom. And also it's better for like if you want to plug in your Nintendo camera, you just plug it in the top instead of going through like the dock. I already said there's RAM, and when it's in dock mode, it can go up to 4K, 6 frames per second. So when you put it in dock mode, there's a fan inside the dock that will make sure the console's cool. So I thought that was kind of neat. What's keeping up the times because before none of their games played. It was 1080p at best. There's a whole welcome tour thing, but I think you got to pay for it. People are mad about that. There's a new Pro controller with a 3.5 millimeter jack installed. It's going to release on June 5th. And there's going to be so the pre-orders I think are on the 9th to the 10th of April. And there's Switch games that'll get switched to new features. So, but you got to pay for it. So some of them are like pretty significant, like the Breath of the Wild one. I think it's Breath of the Wild, right? Or what was the second one? What was Breath of the Wild, right?
Was it Tears of the Kingdom or some shit?
Tears of the Kingdom, yeah, Tears of the Kingdom. There's like an app you can put on your phone. It basically puts like a map on your phone, and it's like GPS to find shit.
Oh, sure.
Oh, that's cool.
And there's a bunch of other new features too. I thought it was neat. I mean, they had a lot of announcements, and yeah, like Metroid 4 they announced it a couple days ago, so and it looked dope. If you're a Metroid
So
4 fan.
Would you consider this a new generation console, or would you say this is just like an upgrade, like going from like the PS5 to the PS Pro?
No, for Nintendo, this is definitely it's the next generation because like their old one, it was still behind the times. There was nothing in 4K, so at least now it's in 4K, 6 frames per second. So it's like current. It's next gen for Nintendo, but current gen for like
everybody else.
For everybody else, But Nintendo works on their own rules. People make fun of them, but they sell a lot of consoles. And a lot of games.
Yeah, they do, and it's because their brand. I mean, everyone they want the next Mario and the next Zelda. I mean, that shit sells.
They make fun games, yeah.
The one thing I'm thinking is because I have a Switch, but I barely use it. But I'm like, there's still a lot of fucking content for the Switch, exclusively for the Switch. I haven't even fucking tapped into it. Now there's Switch 2. I'm like, is it really worth me shelling out the money for a new console? I don't know yet.
Well, all your old stuff is gonna. Well, I guess most of your old stuff is gonna work still. So, and they also announced with the Switch 2 they're gonna open up the GameCube library, and they're actually releasing the GameCube like controller that'll work with the Switch 2. And it looks just like the old controller.
That's fucking awesome.
The purple one.
Because the GameCube controller is fucking fun as fuck.
Yeah, it's really fun with damn it, what was that?
GoldenEye?
No, not GoldenEye. That was the N64 controller. Smash Brothers.
Actually.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go with
I've heard for Smash Brothers. There's all the buttons there. And they actually released the 6-button controller, too. Actually, I think it might have been 8 or 9, but yeah, those are I still have my fucking GameCube controller. I still have my GameCube. It's in a fucking case. Oh, there it is. So
any cool like adult games to come out? I mean, like Mario Kart, like that's like for like the kids and stuff, but any like bloody, gory shoot 'em up games?
So I will say this: I was at the store today, and the one thing that's on the Switch currently, like literally right now, is the Grand Theft Auto trilogy. So Grand Theft Auto 3, San Andreas, and Vice City are all on the Switch.
So new, I guess, games that for the Switch 2 that are going to be more adult games. Borderlands 4 was announced. Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition also announced. There's a new From Software game, which I was like, what? Called the Dusk Bloods. That's going to be exclusive to the Switch 2, which I thought was amazing. So yeah, they're really there was a bunch of other games too, but they're really opening up what you can play on the system now, which is good because before it was all like teenagers and below. But I think since the whole Switch thing happened, they're finally opening up to and before. They didn't have the technical specs to like really support modern games, and now they do for the most part. So, yeah.
I mean, what is it they compare it to? Like PS4 graphics,
Uh,
PS4, Xbox One style
I mean,
graphics.
this PS. I guess I would say PS4, maybe PS4 Pro, maybe.
Mm,
Because
I don't know about the Pro.
mm,
Really?
yeah, I mean, things like we'll see when it comes out, like what exactly what it's
Okay.
gonna look like. So,
Yeah,
'cause-
I don't know the exact specs, but I've heard rumors that the specs should be like your baseline Xbox One, PS4 style graphics, and those
well,
were fucking great
I mean,
for the time.
oh, I
So
just remember on the PS4 Pro, like 4K at 6 frames per second, that was a big deal for the PS4 Pro.
yeah, it's still
So,
a big deal.
yeah,
So I mean, I get it, but
Yeah, there's a
remember that's only on the dock,
yeah,
as
it's
you
only on the
said.
dock. I mean, but
Yeah, so
4K on a handheld
on the
device.
go,
No,
I
it's
mean,
you.
uh, I'm I'm gonna quote Prodigy here. You're always gonna need 4K porn on the go.
I
Just
mean,
saying.
well, I'm just logically like you can only fit so many pixels like on your screen.
On the screen, of course.
So why would you waste all that money? From like a
Porn.
no, so you're not gonna watch porn on your fucking. Get out of here, man. Like it doesn't make any sense cost wise for them to put 4K on a handheld device. Like that would just it probably cost like $1,000 just for the the fucking screen.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there you go.
but the fact that
We'll
it's coming out
switch
pretty
to
soon is pretty nice. Like we're not waiting until like next year. Like we're getting it this year.
Yeah, like relatively soon. June is not that far, so
Mhm.
a couple months away.
oh
Like 3 months away.
yeah,
3 years?
it's like fucking literally 2 months away. Oh shit, Patrick's in the chat. What's up, Patrick? Happy birthday, my guy.
Oh yeah, his birthday a couple
Yeah,
days ago.
yeah, for sure. Happy birthday. Hope you're glad you're still awake. So I know you're probably
Oh,
gonna pass out.
no, I guess no, I wasn't here.
Oh, I can't actually wait. I have a shit ton of GameCube games, so I don't mind
This
fucking playing that shit on the Switch too. Like I really
this was,
like. I have all the Star Wars games on there except for Bounty Hunter, but I play all that shit on the Switch too. No problem.
once again, this will be another generation of Nintendo device I will never own.
Mm.
Oh,
My streak continues.
They're gonna have Hitman's on there too. They announced Hitman.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Hitman's a fun game.
One of the games I thought was like one of the most interesting games is they announced Donkey Kong Bonanza, which looks like almost like Mario Galaxy, but like for Donkey Kong.
Hmm.
And it looked really cool. Like you can like bang like your fist into the ground, and, like dig tunnels and shit, and like do all kind of crazy stuff. And it's like fully 3D in like a modern way. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that game. Playing it.
Was there a Donkey Kong movie? Oh no, I was thinking a Mario movie.
He was in the Mario movie.
Yeah. All right. Yeah,
Does anybody know what the hell it's online Donkey Kong means? Yeah, it means like it's on, man. Like shit's about to get serious, warrior
It's a
fella.
challenge.
Yeah, it's a challenge.
Wasn't there a 2-player mode for Donkey Kong? Like one person was Mario, the other person was Luigi, and like whoever got to the top first.
What?
Oh, you mean for like the classic arcade game?
Yeah.
Well, it was just
Wasn't there
It
arcade-
was
You couldn't switch. Donkey Kong was like the boss.
no,
No,
like
not
you could
Switch,
play
like,
with
you had to
both
race,
Mario
you had to
and
play-
Luigi.
Yeah, it was like kind of split screenish. Am I thinking of something different?
I don't know. I know that the original Mario Brother game, that like you race against each other, where you had
Mhm.
like the little POW button in the middle. Like you
Oh
hit
yeah.
it and it knocked your player upside
Well,
down.
upside
But
down.
Donkey Kong wasn't in that one.
No, he wasn't. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. So
Okay. Yeah, but I remember the phrase on like Donkey Kong. That's a challenge.
yeah.
That means sticks up, quarters up. Put your quarter up. Let's go.
I wonder
See
where
what
that
you got.
catchphrase started.
Donkey Kong.
It's time to
knows?
throw down or complete
Yeah,
at a higher level.
They had a ton of games that got announced. I only put some of them in the notes, like Kirby Air
For sure.
Riders. Like I don't. It's gonna be like a new game. It looks like a racing game, but there wasn't a lot of information on that. So yeah, I'm
Nice.
looking forward to the Switch too. But I heard like to really get one, you have to have. It was like very specific. Like you had to have a Nintendo Online account for at least a year, and you had to have at
What?
least 150 hours of playtime on your account
That
in the
sounds
past
like
year. I'm
bullshit.
just like, it's. I mean, I know it's to stop scalpers. Like it's annoying
hmm
because like I really
But
want to
still,
switch, but
though.
I don't think I have 150 hours in the past year.
This
I know.
this is
What if you're a first time buyer? Like if you're a first time buyer, that means you can't get one.
Yeah, not
That's-
directly from
this is-
Nintendo.
this is interesting I can't really fact check this right now, but somebody said that they asked who coined the phrase. It's on like Donkey Kong, and this one article is saying that it actually was popularized by rapper Ice Cube when he used the phrase in his song "Now I Gotta Wetcha"
Oh,
off
yeah.
his Better album in 1992.
That's a great album.
Fucking love it. Love all
Oh
of
snap!
that.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
Donkey Wrong. I love it. Yeah, I'm excited to play game. I mean, you can play GameCube games on the Wii, and I still have one, but it's really shitty because it's in like 480p.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's fucking shitty. But having a visual upgrade would fucking be awesome. And I love Kirby, but I like him in Smash Brothers. I don't really play a lot of his games because they seem a little too kiddie for me. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I play with him in Smash Brothers as well. That hammer, got really good time with the hammer.
For sure. For sure. I mean, I'm kind of excited, but I'm a little nervous. I want to see what happens around launch, how things fucking go down and shit. So,
I mean, what's interesting is like Nintendo games, like they just fucking work. Like when you play them, like there's no crashes, there's not a lot of bugs. They work. They figure it out.
Too many like whenever you guys get games for like your Nintendo Switch or whatever, you never talk about there was like a 58K or 58 gig hard drive download I had to do or something like that. Like usually the games play straight out of the box.
I mean, there are some updates, but they're not like like some Call. That's probably why they don't have Call of Duty on there. Because it's like you want to have how big of a of a patch? It's like no, that's like the whole size of the fucking Switch.
100%. So keeping with games, I heard this little like stealth ninja style game dropped like last week, and Cronus, you giving this a try out with the Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, I've been playing Assassin's Creed Shadows, and honestly, this is the best Assassin's Creed story that I've played so far. Like the story is really good and really compelling. I think people are just mad about a black guy and an Asian woman being in it.
Female.
More so the black guy though. They just want to say they want to talk about how historically accurate this is not. I'm like, okay, there's no Knights Templar or assassins, so like what are we doing here? It doesn't really matter, but yeah, the actual story is really good. It's like it gets really messed up like early on, and you're almost getting like two games in one because Yasuke and Naoe, they play so differently. Like if you want to play like Assassin's Creed, then just play as Naoe the whole game and you're good. But if you want to have something different, play as Yasuke because like you have to basically play as a ninja as Naoe. So you have to like sneak around, assassinate people. When somebody finds you, like you're in for a fight. Like you can stand your ground, but she's kind of squishy. So yeah, she takes a lot of hits to kill people sometimes, unless you're assassinating them. On the other hand, if you play as Yasuke, you choose violence. So
God dang.
and they like really limit what like Yasuke can do because he has so much. He can deal like so much damage, and he's brutal with it. I remember the first time I was playing like as him, and like he went to go kill somebody, and he just decapitated him. I was like, "Whoa, like bro, like calm down, like what is happening here?" And then, like
he's like, "You have descended on all your family. This was the top me."
Dude, it's so much. It's so much decapitation in this game. I'm just like, and you get a decapitation, and you get a decapitation. I was like,
I love it.
And then, like I got some new weapon. And then he cut the guy's both of his arms off and then decapitated him. And I was like, okay, I see you.
Dang.
Like it's been pretty crazy. So Patrick, he said he hasn't liked an AC game much since Odyssey or Black Flag. So I love Black Flag. I don't know if this is gonna be as good as Black Flag, but it has a better story than Black Flag. I can tell you that. And I love Black Flag. But in this one, yeah, playing as Yasuke, like you just wake up and choose violence. Like because he sucks at climbing. He's not very fast, but he can run through shit. Like he can run through doors, like the Kool-Aid Man. Like, so you just literally just like, run up on people and just like start chopping heads off.
He's like, oh yeah.
Yeah. And in the game, like you get like different weapon types, which is kind of cool because like I didn't really like playing as Naoe until I got like this. She has like this ball and a chain with like a scythe, a reaper, not a reaper. I think it's a scythe. What do they call that shit?
Yeah,
it's like a hook blade scythe.
Use the scythe. What is it? The Grim Reaper has a scythe.
It's a scythe, yeah, but it's like way shorter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that thing was like she like swings it around and starts fucking people up. That for her, that's like the best weapon because you can keep people at range. But Yasuke, he doesn't. I mean, he just with a katana, he's just wrecking shop. Just destroying. Like I wanted to see like how far I could go, like just going on like a killing spree, and I got through like a lot of people, and like they were sending guardians in. I was like, all right, you're gonna get some death too here. So yeah.
God dang. Oh, Brandon in the chat brought up something I saw. I wasn't sure if this is a fucking April Fool's joke, but apparently Elon Musk fucking piped up about Assassin's Creed Shadows. I don't know exactly what he said, but apparently he got fucking shamed.
Yeah. Yeah.
At one point, I was like, "What the fuck? What's going on?" This guy is a fucking bona fide cheater, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh
Because
yeah.
he was. They were talking about banning his whole account from what was it? Fucking
To ban him from the country.
Skyrim,
That-
Skyrim or something.
Well, was it Diablo 4, and then there's like what was the other one that he played that he like totally
I
lied
thought he was
about?
playing Skyrim too. Yeah, he was fucking cheating because he
Yeah.
said the games are too long, so he needed a way to cheat to get to the end faster. I'm like, dude,
When
what
I
the
that
fuck?
he literally like paid somebody to play as him, and or he like bought somebody else's account. I believe that's how it went.
Yeah, well, somebody can play as
Out.
you. Like you just let them, you give them your credentials, and then all of a sudden they do all this stuff for you. Yeah, you just, it just, this is how fragile this man is. He's just a fragile human being. Is that if somebody says he's not good at something, he has to himself, he has to prove to himself that he's good at everything. And it's like, no, dude, you cannot tell me you're putting in 100 hours a week on these various games, and then you're CEO of fucking 4 companies. Like you literally can't do that. And you got 14 fucking kids. So, you know, just why you always lying, bro?
For real, on a game too, just play little by little. Fucking, what's your name? Who's what the hell?
Yeah, Path of Exile. Brandon got it right. Path of Exile too. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Who's this streaming lady? She's like an elderly lady. She plays Skyrim, but it's like farm, but she uses it like Animal Crossing kind of. I forgot it. Is she Grandma Gamer or something like that? Like, play it like her, little by little, because that's the way she plays.
Yeah, just don't lie about it. It's like it's obvious that you're not doing this. It's so obvious. Because like you have to do it like a normal job. Like if you, so like in Path of Exile 2, he was ranked in like the top 10, but it's like
What?
you can't, like there's no way. Like there's literally no way. And don't be like, oh, I'm so much smart. It has nothing to do with smart. It has to do with fucking time management.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like
You got to grind. You can't just.
Yeah, there's 24 hours in a day, bro. Like you can't play that game 8 hours a day. You know, work at SpaceX 8 hours a day. You know, go to your kids. You know, do all these things. Like, dude, and then do the Doge thing. Yeah, it's like, dude, just stop lying. You tripping on ketamine half the time. You ain't doing shit.
Fucking crazy shit, man. Can't believe that shit.
Poser.
So back to Assassin's Creed Shadow. So you're liking it so far?
Yeah, I'm really liking it so far. You can build like your own little like town, I guess, and like your own little like League of Shadows people to like go out and scout. They actually have a totally different way of like playing the game, because you can, when you're building your little town, you can get these like scouts, and so the game is very sort of hands offish on like where you go, and it'll just tell you, you know, like this person is in like this region, he's like near this shrine or whatever, but it won't give you like a solid like icon like where they're at. But you can send out scouts. So if you get the vague notion like where they are, you can send out scouts to that region, and then after they scout it, it'll tell you where it is. Or you can just go yourself and like look around. So, and I thought that was like kind of cool. One of the other things, like when you play as Yasuke, is that you don't have like the eagle eye vision like Naue does. So that gets kind of annoying. So like you can't like look through walls to like mark people. You can't really get to any of like the sync points because they're high, and he can't climb that well. So yeah, it's
dude.
yeah, but you know he wrecked shop.
That's when it matters. Yeah, my sentiments with Warrior Fella in the chat that this will probably be my first Assassin's Creed game to actually play. So I haven't bought it yet. I'll probably buy it this weekend, and I'll probably get it. Even though I'm playing Monster Hunter Wild, actually me and Prodigy, we played this past weekend. We put in hell of work. We were fucking just going hunt after hunt. So, but I'll probably pull myself away to play a little bit of this. And even though I still gotta fit in some GTA 5 in this shit too, but yeah, this looks fucking dope. And I'm very, very, very heavily contemplating split fiction. That looks really good, and it's gotten really good reviews.
I really want to play
that one looks hella fun.
I want to play it with somebody, a lady, So
The
trying to
date
find somebody to
game.
play. Yeah,
There you
trying to find
That's
somebody to
that's
play.
the one where like the two people are two different time periods, right? But they're like you can interact with each other.
Well, they're not time periods. So what it is like they're people that they're authors and they write two different kinds of books. One writes sci-fi, the other one writes fantasy games. And they go to this place to like they get hooked up to like this machine where basically they're gonna like steal like all your ideas, but they don't know that. And so they both end up throwing like the same pod. And so in the game you have to like go through like their stories. And so
Oh,
they
okay.
switch back and forth between like sci-fi and fantasy.
But from what I've seen, the gameplay changes. So the game goes from third-person shooter to like side scroller to platformer to first-person shooter. Like it plays different gaming genres as well, not just
Yeah.
the story genre. I'm like, what the fuck? And you have to cooperate with your team member, or you both die.
Yeah,
So
you never played It Takes Two?
no, I haven't. I haven't
It's
played No Way Out either. I've been looking
yeah.
to, but
It
Did
Takes
I,
Two. Go
I
ahead.
have that game. I haven't played it yet. I
Play
wanted
with
to play with the sweetness.
Yeah, play with the Sweetness. That's like a really good well, it could be good or bad, but
It's like
it
the
was
little
fun for
yarn
me.
people, right?
No, that's Tangled.
Oh, okay,
Oh
yeah.
no, they are yarn people. I'm sorry. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it was free on PSN.
Yeah, yeah, it was really good. We, me and my ex played it, and we had a lot of fun because it's all like different game types, but it's all like a cohesive story. So it was a lot of fun.
yeah. So apparently, Split Fiction is just like the same thing, just the next iteration. But I
Yeah,
really want to play it. It looks fucking fun as fuck. It looks like there's a lot of good comedy in the fucking game. So I'm like, dude, this looks fucking amazing. So,
yeah.
and also, which is coming out, I think this weekend is South of Midnight, which I was really, really hyping up
Oh, it's
about.
this weekend.
It released, yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's the 4th, if I'm not mistaken.
All right.
But it's out really soon. I can fact check myself real quick. But you can pre-download on the Xbox, but it's out really, really soon. I've been hyping on this. Like I watched the I think it was like a 10-minute demo or not demo, but just like a showcase or whatnot. And I was like, I was really impressed. This looks really good. So I think I might get this too. And I still got my other backlog of games I still got to get through. So this is this is out tomorrow. Oh shit! It's out to April
okay.
3rd.
Well, I'm still playing Assassin's Creed, so yeah.
Oh, so it looks like it says initial release date is tomorrow, but this one says April 8th. So there you go. So in 7 days or 6 days. Either way, I'm probably gonna end up playing this fucking game. This looks fucking really good. So
Yeah, that game has potential of being like a really good AA game. Like I forget the other game that I really liked. Something in the Forest or something like that. Yeah, I can't remember. It was a PS and PlayStation exclusive game. I can't remember what it's
It
called.
wasn't Forsaken, right? No,
No,
because I remember
no.
Forsaken was like kind of had issues.
Yeah, that one wasn't great. Yeah, it was different. I'd have to get up and like look at my collection. I don't see
That's
it.
all good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. It wasn't Grounded, right? No.
No, give me a second. I'll tell you. Hold on.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, South of Midnight looks like it's like the way that it's marketed. It's supposed to be marketed as um, American folklore, but centered around like Louisiana Creole folk tales. And it looks like this whole watercolor type action platforming, or actually not a lot of platforming, just like a third person action game. Like it looks really good. I know, obviously, like the whole um, loud group that's all about DEI and woke stuff. I mean, this looks fucking great. I mean, yes, they have giant talking uh, turtles and fucking giant fucking creatures, but they're as big as a house and whatnot. I mean, but the gameplay looks really good, and it looks like it's fluid. It looks
What's the
fucking
game
fun.
again?
South of Midnight. It's out on the 8th officially, but it says the initial release is, I guess there's an early release on the 3rd. But I look, it's on Game Pass if you own, I guess Game Pass for PC and on Xbox you can get it. You can download now and play it as soon as it's released, which I'm probably
Oh,
gonna do. So
yeah, I remember
this
when they
looks
announced
fucking
this
really
at
good.
at not E3, but at one of
No,
those
E3 is
thingies.
no longer.
I know. I
E3
was
is
trying
no
to think of
more.
what thing announced it. There was some gaming show where they announced it, maybe Xbox Live or whatever.
Yeah, there's an
But yeah,
Xbox thing now. Yeah, they
kind
don't
of
have a
gives
showcase.
the animation style makes me think of oh, what is it called? The one with Jinx in it. That's on
Oh,
Netflix.
League of Legends.
Yeah, it makes me think of League of Legends. Like the
I don't think.
animation of this kind of looks similar to it.
Oh, you mean like to Arcane?
Arcane, yeah, that one. Yeah,
Okay, yeah. Because Arcane is based off League of Legends, but yeah, I get
yeah.
it. Okay, yeah, it does. I guess a game that's so closer to it is with Epic Mickey, where Mickey has a watercolor and like creates shit with his brush. I feel like it looks kind of like that,
Mm.
but it looks more like crazy and shit.
Yeah, it looks
So
pretty dope.
it looks like I might be playing that fucking game, even
And
though
the
I'm
Xbox
balls deep
exclusive?
in Monster Hunter. I think it's a timed exclusive, so it will be on Xbox and PC this week, and then probably like 6 months it'll be on PlayStation because Indiana Jones and the Great Circle should be out on PlayStation this month. So, and that got really great reviews. I still haven't played that either, so I'm behind the times. But I have a lot of gaming to do, so it's just a lot of shit. I still want to play that fucking game. I know someone that got really stuck on the puzzles in the game. He said the game is fucking great. He was literally playing it for hours at a time. I was like, God dang. You know, dude, you don't understand. This game's like really fun. I was like, I had my doubts about a first-person Indiana Jones game, but he says it works really well, and he adjusted really quickly, and he loves the puzzles and just beating up Nazis, so he fucking loves it. So I'm like, that's fucking great.
Look, my guy. This game is good.
Yeah, pretty much. But I'm like, okay, I'll take your word for it. And he doesn't even play that many games. He doesn't play as much as I do. So I'm like, if you like it, then I'm with it. So I can't wait. So Cronus is still looking, but yeah. What do you want to move on to now?
Actually, I don't even have the topic open.
Seriously? We got no topics. I got a bunch of stuff open. I wanted to talk about something, but I gotta wait for Cronus to be here. Oh, you know what you can talk about? You can talk about the Spider-Man stuff. First, you can talk about Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man because we haven't really talked about, and the new announced movie. You can do that. Yeah.
And also I guess the somewhat announcement for Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, that's right
about
too.
that a little bit too.
Oh, it's about to be Spider heavy.
Yeah. So I did see that. What do you want to talk about, the first season or the second season? I don't know. They didn't announce.
There's only one season. No, we didn't talk about the first season.
Yeah, so yeah, the first season was really good. I mean, I don't know what the controversy was with people saying like, you know, that somebody was trans or something like that. It's like there was like nobody trans in that show. Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about Harry being trans.
Yeah, Harry's a dude, and he's a kid with money. Like, yeah, he has like his hair back in a bun, but like that's what the kids are doing nowadays. So I don't get what the people are complaining about. I mean, I guess maybe they thought that Peter's kind of love interest, I can't think of her name is, like she's a bit on the larger side, but you know.
Wait, what?
What are you talking about? What show are you talking
about? We're talking about Spider-Man.
Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The show was good. I loved it.
Yeah, but I was talking about how the Peter's love interest, how she's
the Filipino girl.
Yeah, she's like a bigger girl.
Oh, yeah, she's tall.
Yeah, she's tall, and it was like, okay, that's. I don't know what people complain about there. Like, people come in different sizes.
Yeah, some people are tall.
Yeah, and she was dating like a football player, so it just makes sense.
Goddamn, Kena Bridge of Spirits. Sorry, Hello Later, but that was the name of the game.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah, damn, you had to go through all that to find that. God, dang.
I ended up going through like my YouTube videos on my personal channel. I was like, what the fuck? I looked, I couldn't find it. I had to use the bathroom. I was like, all right, I'll be back.
He did a side quest.
Yeah, he sure did. It was quick though.
As long as you weren't peeing on the walls, because the fucking giant death monster would show up in the hallway and just try to kill you.
Dr. Carl.
Everybody you in the clan, yeah.
So what I didn't know is that in the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, there's like a character that like apparently his best friend uses magic. She doesn't really know how or whatever. His friend Nico.
Have you watched the show?
Come to find out. Huh? Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. She doesn't really use magic until like maybe the last episode. So.
Yeah, well, she used it like maybe the first and then like the last episode because she uses like her necklace to save herself at one point. And then like the thing is, the character of Nico is from, if you watch the live action Runaways, that's the same character. So the character of Nico in the Runaways is Nico in the show, where she's
I thought it was Raven at first.
No. Yeah, definitely not Raven.
Yeah, she's Nico, from the Runaways. I was like, oh shit. It's the same character. It's not the same actress, but just the same character. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So she's
Overall,
probably going to learn to be a witch maybe next season.
overall, it was a really good series. I can't remember what it's called when somebody has to go back in time for something to happen. Like the fact that
paradox.
Yeah, well, it's not just a paradox. There's actually a name for it. They were talking about it with Neil deGrasse Tyson. He was talking about all the different traveling back in time scenarios. Like if you travel back in time and change something, like where are you supposed to go back there and change the time anyway? Like it's
Well, the way they do it in the
a
show,
paradox.
it's a paradox because he's the cause of his own powers
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
through time travel, which is you can't do that. But yeah, anyway, it's multiverse stuff, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Because Doctor Strange in the first episode, then you don't see him again for like a while, and he shows up
yeah, because
later on in the show.
that was a little bit of the twist. Because you're thinking that okay, this must be an alternative world or something like that. Like he came from another dimension. Because in the franchise, the MCU, they've already been talking about like interdimensional stuff, and it kind of makes sense that Doctor Strange was from a different dimension or a different timeline or whatever. So that's the feeling you got from the first episode, but then at the end you learn that it's the same fucking timeline. So it kind of creates loophole.
It's similar. So with the one thing they do, they reference the MCU Civil War. However, Spider Man's not there when they have that fight. They have like a little hidden camera during the fight. It looks like someone was there, but there's no Spider Man fighting. But they reference them fighting at the airport, and they also reference Sokovia for a second.
Yeah.
And I think they reference Latveria also. So a lot of crazy shit. They also reference what was it? They reference another MCU event. I can't remember now. Fuck. Oh, it might have been Ultron, but I don't remember. Was it
I
Ultron?
think they mentioned the New York thing because when
They
the portal
mentioned
first opened, they mentioned like, oh, it's the what happened in New York all over again.
yeah, they remember the attack on New York with the from the Avengers, the first movie. But they also talk about they actually show like a camera footage of Civil War. They show Iron Man in the show because he shows up to stop. Was it Doc Ock or? Yeah, he stops Doctor Octopus from escaping. So,
Yeah, we don't
and
got to
they
go over
play the Avengers theme.
we don't got to go over the whole show. So
What?
I said we don't got to go
I
over the
mean,
whole show.
it's been 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah.
Well, what else for
Did you-
announcements
Go ahead.
today for the Spider-Man? What is it called? A New Way Hope or a New Day? What is it called? The new one that they announced today?
Oh, the new like with
The new-
the Miles Spider-Man.
No, the
Oh, the
Sony's-
movies. Yeah, I got to
Yeah.
get the those.
Brand New Day is what it's called.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Brand New Day. Did they even show anything other than just the
No.
title card? Okay, that's
No,
all.
there's nothing. No footage.
Yeah, but it's interesting because they're going away from the home being the theme of the title, and plus somebody mentioned how like there's so many people that analyze it's just the title card, but the the Spider-Man logo is like the traditional old school Spider-Man logo from I can't remember what comic it was from, but for the Brand New Day it uses the same font as the old Spider-Man from like the Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. It's the same title or the same font as the old Spider-Man's movies from Sony.
Nerds are gonna nerd, you know.
Yeah, but I guess that's going to be coming out next year. Was it?
I think
2026?
2027, if I'm not mistaken.
But it's going to come out
Is it?
in between Avengers: Secret War and Doomsday. Or Doctor Doom? Is it Doctor Doom or Doomsday? It's Doomsday, right?
Doomsday, which they
There's
should not have.
Doomsday.
They should not have called
Yeah.
it Doomsday. It's kind of a stupid name.
Yeah, 'cause I think Doomsday
you
come
don't-
out
you-
2026. Spider-Man comes out 2027, and Secret War come out 2026 as well.
Yeah.
I think it's like 1 year
Yeah, it's
after.
2026. Yeah, they're
Doomsday,
supposed to
yeah.
be so Doomsday and so 2026 is Doomsday and then 2027 should be Secret War.
I think it's cool that I talked about Daredevil Born Again, but they're linking in like a lot of stuff from the MCU. So Latveria is there as like a country, and there's like diplomats from there, and there's like a whole bunch of other stuff where they're gonna have like a bunch of tie-ins, which has been neat so far. The villain that was in it, Muse was pretty interesting so far. Did you watch the latest episode, Old Ninja?
I have. I saw it yesterday.
Yeah, that
So-
was pretty crazy. So
Yeah, I don't even know this. Like, I'm not a huge Daredevil fan, but Muse was definitely interesting to me. And I was like, oh, this is like, because they went kind of like David Fincher with this kind of character. I was like, oh shit, they went to with that. Okay, like I was with it. It's just like I know a lot of people were complaining that um, it's a Daredevil show and you don't really see a whole lot of Daredevil, but it is a lot of Matt Murdock, and it's not just him. There's like a lot of setup for like he went through a lot of trauma, so he's
yeah,
kind of dealing with that and his duality as Daredevil. So he's dealing with that, and he's forced back into like his vigilante lifestyle, and he was given a warning. So, and he was trying to give, I guess, just like what Cronus did with Trump, Matt gave with Kingpin. He gave him like a try. He's all, you won, so I'm gonna let you try, to do good. And he's all, I feel like you have ulterior motives, but I'm gonna let you try and do the right thing. So we're seeing things start to unravel now in this fucking show, and it's crazy. It's crazy that also in the MCU we had a crossover with the movie and the show movie and Daredevil now, because there's a character from Miss Marvel. There's a whole storyline. It's badass. I thought it was a pretty fun episode. And
yeah,
some shit goes down. I was like, oh shit, I did not expect this.
yeah.
Like,
I like the show a lot. It's like it's not as actiony. Like the first episode was kind of actiony. It's kind of less and less actiony now, but it's also like dealing with consequences of previous actions and like setting up, Kingpin and his wife and like all these factions of gangs and all that stuff. I think it does a pretty good job of like world building for Daredevil and other parts of the MCU, the street level folks.
yeah,
As they say.
so I saw something like a year and a half ago, where they're saying like Kingpin is supposed to set up to be basically the street level version of Thanos. So Thanos was for the streets will be, and I feel like that works like a lot. I mean, we saw him in Hawkeye, we saw him in Echo, and we also saw there's also a Hawkeye kind of character that went into Daredevil. I don't know if people caught up on that. There's a character from Hawkeye who has like a mini like meeting with Fisk, and you also see him in like the first episode because he's a vigilante. So I don't know if people picked up on it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people kind of did, but some people may not have. I don't want to give it away, but I was like, oh shit, that's the same actor, and he had the same kind of thing going on. So um, yeah, I feel like we're going to see more of the street level characters come back. I mean, we already got the Punisher back. Obviously, we're probably going to see Luke Cage and Jessica Jones sooner than later. I will not be surprised. And maybe a new street level hero. I know we're getting Wonder Man at the end of the year, but I believe he has powers.
Yeah, he's not really street level. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, they could downgrade him. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But
Yeah, I
I
thought
mean,
somebody was talking
more
about
coming.
in the upcoming Spider-Man that they're gonna make him more of a street level hero. Because in all the other movies, we like he was like off somewhere else traveling, and like we never really got to see him kind of do his thing. Especially when it came to like web swinging, because like with Andrew Garfield and not Tom Harlan. What's the first Spider-Man's name?
Tobey
Tobey
Maguire.
Maguire. Yeah, with their Spider-Man, we got to see Spider-Man like do his acrobatic swinging of the web and stuff like that. And they're saying that in this upcoming movie, we'll probably see more of that, and we'll get our street level Spider-Man instead of the out in space fighting bad guy Spider-Man.
I mean, that's the thing. Spider-Man's like both the street level and out there in the cosmos. So
Yeah.
Wait till you get Cosmic Spider-Man. Oh, they were gonna do that. That gets crazy. Apparently now Spider-Man's a juggernaut in the comics. So
the fuck?
yeah.
What happened to him? What happened to him as the Sorcerer Supreme? Because there was a while where he had like Doctor Strange's like fucking like books and powers and shit. Was that like a what if or something?
I don't know. Probably a what if. Yeah.
Yeah, because
I don't know.
Because did you see that he was Sorcerer Supreme for a little bit?
Yeah. Sounds like a what if, but yeah. I don't know.
For sure.
All
right.
What else has been going on?
So I've been holding on to this one for a second. Oh wait, Blue, did you talk about Into or Beyond the Spider-Verse yet?
Oh no. Yeah. So I mean, we haven't gotten much, I guess, footage or demo of it, but we did get a confirmed release date for Into the Spider-Verse, which is going to be dropping in 2017.
2027.
2027. What did I say?
Yeah.
2017.
Yeah.
You said some extra
So, bro,
black.
that's far in the
That's
future.
Yeah.
Is it that far in the future? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was supposed to be dropping in 2017, which it was supposed to drop last year, right? Was it?
It's supposed to drop like 2 years ago.
Yeah, we were supposed to get that a long time ago. Because were they originally like filming it, or I guess working on it at the same time as they were working on the last one? But then,
Yeah, but those,
I guess,
those take a while to make for obvious reasons. Like
yeah,
once you see it, if you've never seen like Into the Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse, like you're missing out. It's some of the best animation of all time. Like it's really good.
yeah, they're supposed to be having
Even
like some new stuff happening as far as animation goes. So we might see some cutting edge stuff in the newest one too. I'm
hold
excited
on.
about.
Didn't the first Into the Spider-Verse win an Oscar?
It might have, I don't know.
Yeah, I could have sworn the first
For
one won.
animation, I probably.
I think it won Best Animated Film or some shit like that.
I
mean,
don't
it's
want
a
to go to
huge film.
Eggplant. Brandon says Spider-Man 2027 is better than Spider-Man 2077. Yeah, I agree.
That's fucking hilarious. Fucking love it.
Most of it.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it. I feel like was it Beyond the Spider-Verse should have been this year, but I guess maybe some issues were going down. So I won't be surprised if it comes out 2027. Hopefully, I'm here to see it. So we'll see. I'm with it.
You want to hear something
Oh, shit.
funny? I'll say it on the podcast because it's hilarious. So at the end of the last podcast, I put out there that if you're a lady, shoot your shot. All right, listen. I just want to be clear here. If you're a lady and you're on OnlyFans, and you want me to pay to talk to you, that's not going to happen. So, like, it's not gonna. I'm not paying to talk to you. If anything, you should pay to talk to me. So, like, get the fuck out of here. So yeah,
dang.
so that happened.
I mean, but I feel like doesn't it always happen? I mean, if you're a guy, like,
Do OnlyFans reach out to me all the time? No. OnlyFans models? No, that does not happen. But it happened. But it happened that one time.
Okay, that one time.
Literally last week.
There you go. There's something I want to talk about. I've been wanting to talk about this for years, or not years, for weeks. I haven't had a chance to talk about it, but it's a movie on Paramount Plus called Section 31.
Oh,
so it's
that's
Trek
out, right?
Section 31. Huh?
It's out.
It's been out.
Oh,
It's been out
shit.
for like a month and a half now. I saw it so I'm gonna put it like this: Star Trek Section 31 is a rip-roaring, action-packed, swashbuckling film, but it is not Star Trek. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Star Trek stuff, even though I know a lot of people don't like the Alex Kurtzman Star Trek or the Abrams Star Trek and all that stuff, or they don't like Discovery, like all that stuff. But Section 31 is not Star Trek. It's a cool little action film. It's based on Star Trek lore, but it doesn't feel like Star Trek. It feels like some like you know action adventure movie that they put on streaming that it's really cool, it's really fun, but it feels like it's not really Star Trek. They take a lot of liberties. I feel that it's just a little bit too extreme, or maybe just too I don't know. It's like if you don't get super nerded out and don't know how to convert star dates to dates, I guess it's supposed to be during the original Star Trek era, during the Discovery original series era, but it doesn't seem like it when you watch it because it feels a little too next generation-y kind of. They use kind of just stuff for instance, there's a character that it's super Men in Black, where it's a creature that uses a humanoid body as a robot, and it looks like a Vulcan, and it's just what the fuck is this because he makes his Vulcan laugh and shit, so people know he's out of place. But it's dude, that doesn't seem right. And they use a shapeshifter, but he's a comedian kind of thing, and he looks like a weird kind of blob, but he's very I guess he can expand his mass to fill a whole tunnel system or whatnot. It's just it feels
Is it a changeling?
Yeah, he's not a changeling. Oh, I guess no, he is a changeling, but he stays in one kind of form. It's just very weird kind of stuff.
Like Odo?
No, I mean I guess he's like Odo, but he's not. He's not a founder. He's more he's a. So he's played by a black actor, and he's like a black mass of goo. but he can change into shit. It's very fucking weird. The reason why I mainly watch is because this is Michelle Yeoh's show or movie. You can tell this is supposed to be a show. And it looks like the ideas that they had for each episode they merged it together into a movie, and so like the each segment of this film looks like a episode title. So it like takes place in different kinds of like time periods or whatnot because they're against the clock. Like I expected something completely different from the show. I thought this was basically going to be the Section 31 we saw in Deep Space Nine, and a little bit of that whole what's it they call the temporal Cold War kind of stuff. I figured we'd see maybe some stuff like that, but we don't see any of that stuff. We see like this whole wannabe Mission Impossible action beat 'em up kind of stuff. Just they use Star Trek lore. Like if you didn't know, like the captain of Star Trek, or no, sorry, the captain of the Enterprise C is on the show, but I feel like she's a little too old. Like I feel she should be younger or whatnot, but maybe it's just me. I didn't do the math right, but it's a good like sci-fi movie. So it's an okay sci-fi movie, but it doesn't feel like Star Trek at all to me.
All right.
And I think a lot of people kind of felt this way. Like I really like Michelle Yeoh. I realized that you can obviously tell by watching the movie that this is supposed to be a series that they merged into a movie, and it's because she won an Oscar they can't afford her, but she was already kind of contracted to do it, and they did what they could, and it came out okay, but it's really not Star Trek. It's a fun movie. I will say this: it's better than fucking Venom: The Last Dance. It's better than Craven. Better than fucking Madam Web, obviously, but it's definitely not. Doesn't feel like
it's not high praise.
It's not. But if you're looking for something to like just kind of veg out and watch, and you like sci-fi, watch Section 31. But it's don't think of it as a Star Trek film. There you
go. All right. Anything else we got? Because we're running kind of late. But yeah.
Sure.
Is this on Premiere or Paramount Plus?
Yeah.
It is on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
So there you
go. Anything else? I don't want to go too long because it's already 10.
I'm good. Unless y'all want to wrap it up.
Let's talk about this 23andMe bankruptcy real quick.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So I got my data. That means somebody else about to have my data.
Yeah. Well, I haven't.
Someone's got my DNA.
I put in a request to to be able to download my data before I go in and ask them to delete it. But apparently, yeah, you can go in there and request for them to delete your data before they start, before they sell your data, basically. But if you have heard, 23andMe is filing bankruptcy, which most likely means that somebody probably is going to buy them out and get all your data. So good luck on that one. It's kind of crazy because like you can't like people are scared that like insurance company will get your data and then they'll start denying you like crazy shit like, oh, this is a predetermined condition because it was in your DNA, which is insane that they could do that. But I think in California is one of the states where you have to put in a request to have them delete your data, and they have to delete it. Like it's illegal for them to keep it.
You have to request for them to get yours. Like instead of saying, "Hey, we're gonna do it solid. We're gonna before someone else gets your shit, we're gonna delete it so they don't have all your fucking."
No, I mean like
family history shit.
Oh, Ninja, just think about what you just said. The whole value of 23andMe to another company is that they have all this data. So them just being like, "Oh, we're just gonna delete it all," like nobody's gonna get paid. So
I figured their DNA extracting technology or their DNA sequencing technology, that's obviously for sale. So I figured you can get something out of that.
No, I mean because they can already. That's not uncommon
Data's
knowledge.
More valuable.
Yeah, it's the data. That's the value of the company is the data.
So, well, I never used 23andMe, so
the problem with downloading your data is that it takes a couple of days for them to like, I guess, get that all set up for you to be able to download it, and then after that you can request for them to delete it. Because I put in a request to be able to download my data just so I can have it, but it said that it takes a couple of days for them to do that.
I downloaded mine because I was using who was it? There's like a doctor I sent it to like get some other because she looked at some other biomarkers. I forget who the fuck it was though. But yeah, I think I downloaded it a while ago. I just gotta find it on like one of my computers. So yeah, The good thing you brought that up. So yeah, if you're on 23andMe, definitely download your stuff. Download it and then get it deleted because whoever's gonna buy it is gonna get it for pennies on the dollar, and they're gonna get access to your DNA.
I mean, there's other ways to get access to your DNA. I mean, usually at the cost of dinner. Just saying.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So
I just know that I got loyalty up in my DNA. I'm just saying.
damn. Damn.
Still a great song.
For sure. All right, y'all want to just wrap it up?
Yeah.
All right.
It's late.
Let's start with Blue. What you got going on? What you spanking into? What's up with you this week?
So yeah, I'm getting back into doing the I was gonna say IBF, the intermittent fasting. So today's day 2. So far, not having too much of a big issues. I was gonna try to do keto, but that shit's just too fucking complicated when it comes down to it. Like I sit there with like my I know like AI uses a lot of power and stuff like that, but I use my Google AI and I'm like, oh hey, can I eat this? It's like, no, you cannot. That has carbs in it. Like, can I eat this? No, you can't eat that. Can I put oat milk in my coffee? No, you can't do that. I'm like, damn, no wonder I've been gaining weight. I've been eating all this bad shit. But yeah, I'm just doing it. I mean, I am using it as for tips though. Like today, like I was gonna eat like some lasagna, but it said like there's carbs and pasta and stuff like that. I'm
Yeah,
like,
like
oh
yeah.
I can't eat that. So, but I went to a place called near me called Pho Play, and they have like this grilled dish. So it was basically just meat and like a salad, but it was just like vegetables, and it had a egg on top.
There you go.
Which all falls into keto. So it was actually really. I've had it before, but it was still really good. But I'm also trying to eat smaller portions as well. I'm also not drinking.
Yeah,
So I actually haven't had a drink in like a couple of days now.
Yeah.
But it kind of sucks because like we actually signed a lease for a new place, and like we want to celebrate, so we're have to celebrate until like after maybe in May.
Just smoke them tweeds, bro. Be all right.
Yeah,
I guess.
or just use apple cider. That's no substitute. Apple cider is great. It's great.
Oh, you said I'm thinking apple cider vinegar when you said that.
I was gonna say what? Apple cider is pretty good, man. Yeah.
No, apple cider. Go to fucking Safeway, Lucky, pop
I'll get
bottles.
some sparkling.
Gotta get that Martinelli's.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's the best. But like today, we toured I toured a preschool with my son. It was the first time touring a preschool with him, and it was really good, really nice place, real clean. He had fun. He enjoyed being there. So, I signed the paperwork for him to go there because the first step is for him to get daycare or find some kind of daycare service for him before we move. But now that we got to figure out, now we got to plan out on moving. That's about it for me. So every week I always talk about I need to catch up on shows. I need to catch up on the shows, and I'm gonna say that again this week. I need to catch up on shows. I need to catch up on Invincible. I need to watch Daredevil. I have a couple other shows I need to watch, but yeah, I'm trying. Solo Leveling. I need to get up on that one. There's that new one that's dropping on Adult Swim.
Lazarus.
That's fucking dope. Yeah, that's been in my fucking TikTok feed like all week. It's crazy. But yeah, that's about it.
Isn't TikTok getting canceled this month?
Oh yeah, in 2 days it's gonna be gone. The 5th.
Like it was gone last time.
3 days. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Cornish, what you got?
Still looking for a lady friend, but that's gonna be, I guess, my modus operandi for a while. we'll see. Other than that, usually on Thursdays and Fridays I'm pretty free, but my daughter had archery camp, and there was only 2 kids, and the other kid is gonna take the rest of the week off, and you can't have a camp with just one kid, so yeah. So I got to figure out what to do with her, and like not tomorrow, but on Friday I'll take her somewhere. Maybe the Natural History Museum. She's never been there, and neither have I, down here in San Diego. So see if she wants to go. So looking forward to that. On Saturday night I have no plans, but I'm gonna go out, see people hopefully.
Oh, I'm like, you hitting downtown? You about to get thoughty?
I mean, I went out a couple of days ago with like the girl I was kind of seeing. We hung out, but we just hung out as friends. So it was we had a lot of fun. Got to meet like her friends and stuff, so it was fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Any of them single?
No, but you know what's funny is like one of her friends, her current boyfriend has the same name as me. Like the exact same name.
Oh, God damn.
First and last, or just first name?
Just the first name, but he goes by like a different last name, and they were having problems. And I was just like, we talked a little bit about it. I was just like, I gave her like the whole puzzle piece thing of like, if you're in a relationship with somebody, like, are you making them fit like a puzzle piece? Like, because like if you're in life, you're building like a puzzle, right? Things have their certain place, but you're trying to find a person to fit in like a certain empty spot. You want somebody to like fit pretty much perfectly, but if you have to like start cutting the edges around and like fucking around, force them to fit, then
If you gotta
that's
make
the
it fit,
problem. No, not in
gotta
this
make it fit.
situation. Yeah, this isn't like an Astroglide situation. This is it's gonna fuck around and mess you up in the later on in life situation. So
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure. But I mean, if you're trying to build a puzzle, you shouldn't have to like trim the edges just to make it fit.
yeah,
If you got to force it, then it's probably not a good idea overall.
yeah. So yeah,
All right.
the faster you figure it out, the happier you be. Hopefully. So yeah,
All right.
I wish
For
I'd have known
sure.
that a long time ago.
I'm not sure if Warfield is asking us or if he's saying he's going to watch Invincible Fight Girl, because I mentioned on the podcast a couple of weeks ago on HBO Max. And it's pretty good.
I heard it's pretty good. I watched part of
Yeah.
the first episode. So yeah,
It's like Steven Universe meets fucking
luchadors.
Yeah. Where wrestling
right.
is life.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, finish out here, Ninja.
As for
What do you
me,
got?
as for me, I'm just doing some more Monster Hunter. I know Call of Duty had their big update today, even though it doesn't go live till tomorrow. I'll be doing that. Hopefully, when we get our shit together, me and Prodigy will be twitching out some shit this weekend, so be on the lookout. I'm gonna say it again, even though we've been kind of failing on it. I mean, I posted a little bit of stuff, but hopefully we're gonna do more this weekend. I guess since South of Midnight's now till technically next week, I'm probably gonna get that, and hopefully Assassin's Creed this weekend. We shall see how things go. I started watching Creature Commandos. It was very kind of weird. It was not what I was expecting, but I guess it's the first foray into the new DCU. So we'll see. There's some It's funny watching the show. A lot of MCU alumni are in the show. It's an animated show, but it's pretty crazy. Yeah, but that's it for me. So you've just experienced Black and Black times Infinity. For those of you who are listening to us via audio, just know that we go live every Wednesday night on Twitch and YouTube, 8:30 Pacific ish time. You can tune in to see what we look like or whatnot. You can be a part of the conversation because you can chat with us while we're live streaming. Ask us what you need. If you're too embarrassed, we have a a Discord where you can be a part of and ask us questions there. You can email us at bthanbti, that's bthanbti @gmail.com if you want to be a part of the Discord. Just let us know. You can check us out on almost every social media except for True Social. We're not on True Social, are we? Just saying.
Yeah.
No. Okay, just checking.
No, we're not.
Check out
okay.
Yeah, I figured that one. You can check us out on SoundCloud because that's where we usually track our statistics. If you've been checking it out, but you can check our official website, benhabproductions.com/squarespace.com/btbti.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay. If not, I mean, it should be updated on our social, so you should find us there. But yeah, that's it. That's it.
All right. Just so you know, I will not pay to talk to you. We're out this bitch.